Hello everyone and welcome to Great Lake Park in Sierra Nevada with all of the feathered dinosaurs available in Jurassic World Evolution 2. I figured feathers, cold, they're a good, sensible match. And also, this is a quite difficult map to build on, in my experience at least, so I hope that you'll find some inspiration in this video. We're gonna do a quick tour because, as you might imagine, it's not actually that big of a park. Let me hop on into capture mode, and this is our arrival point right here. And we have a lovely courtyard entry plaza situation. We have the bios and decoration. And then when we walk around that, we have a beautiful view of the Great Lake. And the reason there is this big old lake right in the center of the map is because we have only 4 species in this park. Those are the only 4 that we have with feathers in the game. So we're gonna walk around and we're gonna go through this section over here. Remember, that's the entry right there. We have a helicopter arriving with new food, guests. And we're gonna go through here. Apparently we're gonna go through here very speedily. I have some shops over on that side, lovely fountain, which is completely unbothered by the cold. Good, it's heated up water, okay? This is tepid water.
Spared no expense.
We're gonna go right by here. We have a lot of nature. I wanted to keep this quite natural. I used a lot of the foliage. And that is because part of this map, the challenge is making it look a little bit diverse because it's all so white, you know, it's covered in snow. I'm stuck? Oh god. Oh, that was interesting. We have a Spinosaurus skeleton here. It's a little bit off-brand because it's not feathered, but I had to do something. We have more decorative water, you know, not just the Great Lake itself, but also right here, a little bit of decorative water right by the hotel. And what I've been sort of circling around is torches. I've been circling around the torches, love the torches. But what I've actually been circling around is the bios and control. I'm in a tree. Is the bios and control center, from which all of the other parts of the park are accessible, because we're dealing with a park that's separated into different sections, and they're only accessible via the Hyperloop. So if anyone is claustrophobic, this park is not for them because they have to hop into those little Hyperloop pods to get to the different sections of the park. And the first section that we're actually going to go to has a separate Hyperloop station, I suppose. But it's actually a power station. The power station and the control center have the Hyperloop connections. And I wanted to use a different building for this particular connection. I'm just going to hop on up like this. So that's where we were, right here. We have the power station, but we're just pretending that this is our dedicated building for a very special attraction in the park. Now, what you see is I've hidden a part of the building with the concrete fencing. You know, I've hidden the utilitarian look of it with the concrete fencing, placed some fluffy bushes in front of it, and that sort of, that sort of fixes all of that. And what that does is it takes us, as you can see, there goes the Hyperloop, and we're gonna follow it to this section over here. So our guests exit the Hyperloop over here. Hopefully they didn't experience any nausea. If they did, there's a bathroom right there. I hope they'll make it. They'll have to run. But this is where we're gonna continue our tour. So this is the next section. And what I sort of imagine, you know, being, putting myself in the shoes of greedy capitalists, is that this section of the park is only available if you pay a slightly higher ticket price, because we have our big ticket dinosaur here. Again, we have some lovely decorative water. We have the space for that in this park. And we're just gonna see what we can see. I hear the attraction in the background already, but let's see if we can actually see them. Alright. Oh my god! Oh, look at me just low-key forgetting that this is a function. There you go. That's a function. Hey, nice of you to be. Oh my gosh, she's looking at me. It's a little intimidating. Alright, don't roll around in the cocaine if you would. That's my second problematic reference in 5 minutes. But yeah, this is the Tyrannosaurus exhibit, and we're inside a guest area that is completely surrounded by the Tyrannosaurus habitat. She has just gotten up. What are you up to? Up to no good. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. That made perfect sense. Thank you. Alright, and we have 2 viewing opportunities, so we're gonna go across to the other side. I totally forgot that first person mode was a thing. That is very interesting. We have like shops and stuff like that. I didn't customize the buildings again because I'm lazy. I put so much effort into so many like little details in a park, and then I just forget to customize the buildings. That is my trademark. It's path and standard buildings. That's basically it. Alright, so now we're gonna go in here. Unfortunately, no dinosaurs visible. We have 3 T-Rexes. We do see the helicopter. Wait, what is that? I think that might be one of the T-Rexes, actually. I think we see someone's butt over there. But anyway, we have this lowered section, so we have a bit of a different view from this viewing gallery. And we even see the Great Lake in the distance. We see the remote viewing towers. We see the aviary, the other guest section. So I think this is a pretty interesting view to have. Are you gonna wake up, love? Let's just wait for her to wake up. Also, let me just address that we are a 5-star rated park. So that's pretty nice. Pretty impressive, I think, with only 4 species. I think that's pretty cool. I'm just... There you go. See, it was a dinosaur. Good morning, sunshine. All right. Well, we have confirmation. And there you go. All right. So, here you go. Flying up. This is our little circular section. You know, this is Evolution Square. So, of course, I had to make a circle. We have... Yeah, if I zoom out further... Actually, let's go into the map view so you can see better. Like, this entire area is just for the T-Rexes. It's a huge exhibit. And, yeah, our guests are completely surrounded. What they can also do is, from this Hyperloop station, they can also go to this viewing tower right here. So, you know, it's a view. A lot of snow. Now, that's one of the problems that I have with this map. It's the terrain textures. I think you're familiar, but I'm just gonna show you anyway. So I have these terrain textures, right? They're just very boring. So what I do a lot, what I've done a lot on this map, is just use water to give a bit of contrast, and of course a lot of the foliage as well. But it is something that's difficult for me to work with, to be perfectly honest. We're gonna go back, so just imagine that we're on the Hyperloop and we go back to the start. There. I don't need to hop on down because we're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna go into this building, and this building will connect us to the next guest section. There, I just wanted to show you the Hyperloop so you can see the entire system here that connects the park. And we're gonna hop on in, just imagine, and we're gonna go over here in this teeny tiny section, nestled like in the armpit of the aviary. I don't know what to call this. Okay. So here we are in the armpits. This is top quality narration that you're getting. So we would exit right here. Here's another control center. So we have a nice little plaza over here with some guest amenities, some of the biosyn decorations, because of course. And we can hop on into... The T-Rexes are audible all the way over here. We can hop into... Oh my god, it's loud! Shush! But in this aviary we have the fluffy Quetzalcoatlus. We're gonna go for a different viewing experience because that was very loud. Alright, so here we are. And here we have the Quetzalcoatlus. So this is the only flying reptile in this park, the only non-dinosaur in this park. There it goes, majestic. It's a very big aviary, as you can see. They make surprisingly short flights. Always. They just basically, they leave the perch, come back to the perch. Which is kind of like me, you know? I leave my chair, I come back to the chair. Now, one fun thing that we did with oh my god, just look at that texture. Has some weird stuff going on. But one thing we or I did was I placed a hatchery right here. So that we can have Gallimimus go into the aviary. If you release Gallimimus, they just run right through this wall. They don't care. Nothing's gonna stop them. and they run right into the aviary, so our Quetzalcoatlus, in this case Robin for example, can eat them. You know, they have a varied diet. They have fish as well, don't worry. So we have all the way on the far side of the aviary, we have 2 more viewing galleries, stuff like that. You'll see that I tried to do a lot again with water, a lot of foliage in the aviary as well, and I raised the terrain as much as I could. Remember, I am still not using any mods. If you are using mods, you can do a bit more. So this is this isolated section right here. Obviously, if you want to go to the next part of the park, you hop on the monorail, not the monorail, the Hyperloop again, and you go right over here, and this is where you exit. So this is where I'm gonna drop us down. So here, this would be where we leave, and we have this nice view of the Great Lake. We see the Therizinosaurus like right by the viewing towers right there. I think this is a really cool view. I love the aviary settled in the water like that. We have a lot of elevation differences in this park, so you can see on the right side it goes up pretty high, as steep as it can, again without mods, and you see the hotel just through like the snowy air, stuff like that. So I tried to do the most with that. We have Therizinosaurus just lumbering about over there. We'll go there next. Let me go over in this section first. So yeah, we just have these planters and lights lining the lake over here. I use these like squiggly planters for once. I don't oftentimes use them, but I use them this time. And we have just shops, torches, a little guest section over here if people want to take shelter from the snow. They can do that. Let's go this way. Let's sprint a little bit because we're healthy. We're in the prime of our life until we get eaten. We have an area over there. We'll go there next. What I want to show you first is this experience. So you can also access the aviary from here. So you go over here. You ignore the fact that the flags say Pteranodon because these are not Pteranodon. I really wish that, I don't know, maybe the flags just shouldn't say Pteranodon. Just have it say aviary to have it be more generic and applicable for more species. So that's another one of the aviary views. And what we can also do is we can't hop in from here, but we could from the... Hold on. I'm giving you the full experience here, okay? Here, we can also go in here, and it's not ideal. If you are using mods, you can get this thing in the aviary, which is really, really, really cool. But even without mods, I think it is kind of a cool view. You may agree to disagree, but this is the only way to get like an elevated view of the Quetzalcoatlus, even if it is through the grate. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. So we're gonna go back down there, and now we're gonna go to that other area. I do appreciate that the people are actually dressed warmly. What am I wearing? I do not have a physical form, okay? That makes sense. We have some water features over here, another seating section. There's a hotel, guest amenities, more seating, more decorative water. I just really like doing this. And again, on this map with the limited terrain paints, it's literally the only thing you can do. Now we're gonna hop on into the tour. There. We're gonna drive without hands or feet. Okay, so what you can see here is that, well, we have a Therizinosaurus. We have many of them, actually. What we've done is we've separated the exhibits into, I think it's 3 separate exhibits, and we have 3 mating pairs of Therizinosaurus. You know, use your imagination, use the force. What we've done, I built this park during a live stream, so that's why I keep saying we. The tour tracks are lined with invisible fences, you know, for the protection of our guests. And I really love doing that. It was one of my tips on what you can do with the invisible fences. If you haven't checked out that video and you're looking for inspiration with the invisible fences, I can definitely recommend that. But that's one of the things you can do. You know, it's a little bit more realistic that the dinosaurs can't get to the vehicle, while also just not obstructing... Are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay? Do we need to go back for medical assistance or what? But yeah, it's just realistic, keeps the dinosaurs away from the vehicles without obstructing the view. Speaking of view, I do have dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour, right? Well, they're here somewhere. Alright, but what we're gonna do... Oh, we're gonna... Oh god, don't cause any accidents. Oh my god, they're gonna take this out of my paycheck. I can't afford that. Alright, we're gonna go around. And up ahead you can see the other station, because of course what we can do now is we can use the tours as transport, so that's exactly what we did. I'm gonna sneak in front. Oh. Now this is an issue. I'm gonna hop on over, we're gonna hop the fence. There! So now we're in this separate guest section, which is only reachable via that tour that we just took. And this is our Pyroraptor experience. Let's see if we can see any of them. Oh, I hear one. Yeah, I see one in the distance. Oh yeah, I see them in the distance. There are a lot of them in this exhibit, but it's a really big exhibit. Again, that's the freedom that you can do on a big map like this with only 4 species. They all have really big exhibits. So here we have like this isolated section. I realize now that I neglected to decorate this guest section. My sincere apologies. I am a professional. Let's go into this gallery because it sounds like they're over here. There. Ah, well, yeah, you can sort of see them. Here are our Pyroraptors. Ooh, fast. Lovely. So these are our fluffy Pyroraptors. Plumage galore. I love it. I thought it was just an interesting idea to put all of the feathered dinosaurs in a single park. Make it a snowy park. Because that's something that people always like as a justification for feathers. You know, it makes more sense in cold environments. I'm not really sure if that necessarily holds much water, but I do really like the look of this, especially because with the Pyroraptors and the Therizinosaurus and the Quetzalcoatlus, they're very colorful, so I like how that contrasts with all of the white in this park. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna exit, and I'm gonna exit that. I'm just gonna show you what this looks like. So we have just this long pathway, a square section right in the middle of this exhibit, and we have our Pyroraptors surrounding it. Are you gonna eat? Are you gonna do something interesting? Are you gonna do a somersault, a backflip? No, he's just gonna eat. Okay. Oh, delicious. Oh, yeah. Lovely. So I'll show you in the map view. There you go. Just a huge exhibit. You can see really big territory. We're very generous. Spared no expense. And this is the Therizinosaurus section. Also, map view, you have the tour like cutting right through the middle, and you have one exhibit here in front and 2 exhibits in the back, and we have our mating pairs in each, so 2 Therizinosaurus per exhibit. So for example, over here we have these 2. They're all named. They're not all named. I thought they were all named. Well, this one's named. This one is Edward. Edward Scissorhands, you get it, right? You get it. Wait, why are so many not named? I thought we named all of them. Well, this is Freddy, as in Freddy Krueger. Sloth. Sid, also a sloth. Aww. Well, you're close. You know what? A for effort. It was close. And we have these viewing towers over here. So we have this view. We see the tour vehicles go by. We have a lot of tour vehicles. It's kind of crowded. We have this one, which is not actually looking at an exhibit. I just really like this view. So, you know, if you want to come here and look at some water, we have the best water. It's fantastic. Look at it, all wet and stuff. And we also have this viewing tower in the back over here, which allows us to see this end of the exhibit, which is sort of, you know, sort of remote, tucked away. All of that good stuff. All right, so that is our Great Lake Park in Sierra Nevada. I hope that seeing this park has given you some inspiration for your own park builds. I'm really quite a big fan of this little guest section over here. It has an interesting shape to it. And yeah, I think it looks really pretty. And also, yeah, use a lot of water in your Sierra Nevada parks because I think that's where the visual interest, the visual contrast comes from, which I think is very, very, very important. If you did enjoy this video, please give the video a like. That would help me out so much. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet and you want to see more park tours and more building tips and tricks for Jurassic World Evolution 2, then please consider subscribing and joining the square. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.